Well, of course, kids back in school for a month or so now. School buses out on the roadways, you've noticed. Tom Sinas joining us today to lay out the proposed bills that have harsher consequences for drivers, unfortunately, we see, who disobey some of those bus safety laws. And unfortunately, we're seeing a lot of people talking about this of late.
God, we are. And I don't know if it's something about the time of year where we're just all of a sudden the buses are everywhere and we're not used to it.
Exactly.
I think our brains no longer, it's like we put a pause on paying attention to what the law is regarding these buses. And boy, when something goes wrong, it goes really wrong, right? So what is the law right now? The law right now is pretty simple when it comes to what you as a motorist have to do when you're around a bus. And it can basically be summarized like this. You have to obey the light signals on the bus as if they were a traffic signal.
Exactly.
So if you see a red light on a bus,
signal.
That's exactly right. Or obviously a stop arm from the side of the bus, you have to stop. You can't just yield or slow down and go around the bus. You have to stop. If the bus is flashing a yellow light or displaying a solid yellow light, you have to yield, again, like you would at any traffic light. What about distance? Well, the statute says that a motorist has to come to a, quote, full stop not less than 20 feet from the school bus and shall not proceed until the school bus resumes motion or the visual signals are no longer activated. So stay 20 feet away, don't get any closer, and don't move your vehicle until the bus is ready for you to move.
Sure.
All right, that is the statute, and no one is considering changing that statute. What, to your point about awareness of this problem, is led to some legislation having been introduced in Lansing that would increase the penalties for people who violate that statute.
Sure.
Right now, it's what we call a civil infraction. It would stay that way, but the penalties for the infraction would go up. So under the bill, which is called House Bill 4867, it would give the Secretary of State the authority to suspend someone's license for a year for violating that law.
That'll get your attention.
Boy, it will. And the other thing it would do is it would allow higher monetary penalties for the first violation of that statute, and even higher penalties for the second violation of the statute. I don't know what's going to happen with it. Hopefully it really shouldn't matter, in the sense that the more we talk about this, the more we remind ourselves this thing that is a vehicle can immediately become a traffic light. And you have to pay attention to it just like you would a traffic light, because we know that the cargo that's on those buses is the most precious.
Very precious. They're popping in and out of a bus. You know what? It's just incredibly important to pay attention. So where do people track it down, Tom?
They can find us online at www.sinusdramus.com. Give us a call at 616-301-3333, or shoot us an email at info@sinusdramus.com.
Good stuff. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Derek.